Hi guys, this is Sai Kumar Kurtiwada. In this video, we will learn about CSS text formatting. So I have explained a few of the CSS concepts in my previous videos. Please watch that for better understanding. So here we can change the text with different set of properties. We'll learn each and every property, how they impact our text in our web browser. So first thing is we'll learn about text decoration property. So it contains all the different types of stylings and the properties. We'll talk all of them in sequence. So let me go with a paragraph and we will decorate that particular paragraph. For example, I have a paragraph where I want to decorate this as text decoration. This is my paragraph and let me write the CSS. And for your information, this CSS file is already linked up with my HTML. So let me go into the CSS file. Now let me write a paragraph with an element selector and let me try to use a property called as text decoration. And let me go with overline and save this. Go here and reload. Now you see overline and there is something called as underline. Let me save this, go here and reload. Now you can see underline and there is something like line through and that line through will be something like this. So we have all these different properties, but if you want to change other than these properties, how you can use that? For example, if I want to change that shape or if I change that style, what I can do is I can use a style decoration style and the style is dashed. So let me go with text decoration color, which will give the color for it. Let me go with the red and let me go with the thickness as well, decoration hyphen thickness. So you can give a thickness for this. For example, I want to give 3 pixel and let me check this thickness, save this, go here and reload. Now nothing happened. Let me go with a style with wavy and save this and reload. Now we are not able to see the values directly. So let's see what is the problem over here. So let me give text decoration hyphen line and the line is something like line through and save this. You have to give the line, then only it understands where to apply this line. Let me go here and reload. Now you can see there is a wavy thing which is applied on top of your text. You can use even underline and save this, go here and reload. Now you can see there is an underline which is observed on the text and it is designed as an underline, hence it is coming in the below. So let me go with 1 pixel so that you will see the 1 pixel one. Let me reload and you can see 1 pixel, and if you want to go with dashed, even you can go with the dashed because the decoration style is dashed. Let me go here and reload and you can see a dashed underline. So whenever you want to use a particular style, color and thickness separately, then it is mandatory to give the line property. Now we can combine all of this into a single shorthand properties, something like text hyphen decoration, and I want to give something called as underline. I want to give a line, then I'll go with a dashed and then I'll go with a red color and then I'll go with a 1 pixel. Let me save this and refresh this. So you can see the same output has been observed. So that is how you can use your text to decoration in shorthand manner. So now what we'll do is we'll go with the next property called as text spacing. So we will learn about this text spacing and we will cover letter spacing, word spacing, line height and indent, how they work and what are the things which we can observe by using text spacing. So let me go here and now what I'll do is, for this sake, let me remove this, and for text spacing what I'll do is I'll create a random text. So let me get some sample text. If we want, you can get it. So sample long text and you can generate it if you want. Let me go here and just copy this part and put it over here. Let me go here and save this. Now this paragraph is a normal paragraph. Let me go here, refresh. You can see this is a text which is observed. Now I'll apply some set of properties for this. So let me apply some set of properties. The first property here is letter spacing. So let me go with the letter spacing and I'll apply a 2 pixel of letter spacing. If you go and reload, now this is the text which is having a small space between letter to letter. Now let me reload this. Now you can see there is a small gap between letter to letter, and that gap is 2 pixel whatever I have applied over there. So letter spacing is something like whenever you want to apply a space between the letters, then you can use letter spacing. Let me comment this. And there is something called as word spacing. So let me go with word spacing as 3 pixel and save this. Let me go here. Now I'm not giving any of the letter space, but I'm giving the word spacing. So if I don't give that word space, let me go here. You can see the last word is lorium and you can see it is in the last line. Let me refresh this. Now you can see the text has reduced. Why? Because the spacing has been reduced. Let me add this spacing. Now the text will push every word as a 3 pixel spacing and then it will be moving to the last line. Let me refresh. So you can see there is some extra content which is showing in the last line. That means it is creating a space between word to word, and this space is something like 3 pixel. So that's about your word spacing. If you want to give a word to word space, then you can use word spacing. And the next one is line height. So if you see here, the height between the lines is called as line height. So you can add some set of line height to this. So for example, if I want to add a height for this line, so I can add something like 2 pixel, or let me go with 3 pixel and save this. Go here and refresh this. Now you can see there is a line height between that, and let me go with like 10 pixel, save this and refresh. So still the line is less. Let me go with 20 pixel and save this, refresh. You can see there is a lot of gap between these two lines. Not only these two lines, all the lines in that particular paragraph. So that's about your line height. And next one is indent. So for example, your script is starting in the starting of this particular line. Instead, if you want to push the first line a bit side or right side, then you can use indent. So let me add that indent. We can add that by using text hyphen indent, and I can add some set of pixel. Let me go with 50 or 40 pixel and save this. Go here, reload. Now the indentation happened and it moved and it started after this 40 pixel and it continued whole text. So that's about your indent. So we can use these particular properties for spacing purpose: letter spacing, word spacing, line height, and text indent. So these are the text spacing properties which you can use for maintaining your text format. And there is something called as text align. Let's talk about text align. So let me remove all this and I'll apply only the alignment properties. So let me go here. I'll align text align center. So save this, go here and reload. You can see there is a horizontal centered text. So this whole text has been centered together. Now let me go with left, which is the default one. Let me go here and reload. Now it is as usual. And let me go with a right intent, right alignment. Let me go here, reload. All the text has been moved to right. You can see this right corner is in a sequence line. Instead of starting, it is showing the straight line in the last. That means in the right side. So that is about text align right. There is something called as justify. Let me save this and go here, reload. So this justify will help us whenever we move this content. For example, if I'm moving this content, you can see it is justifying its whole content together and it is showing the data. So that's about your justify content. So that's about your text alignment. And next to go with the text vertical alignment. Vertical alignment can be happened with different properties. Let's see how that properties works. So for that sake, for our understanding purpose, what I'll do is I'll just remove all this big data or the content. I'll write something like what is text formatting, something like this, and let me add a span for this, and let me put this is inside this span. So now I want to apply some set of styling for this span, that is. So let me go here and let me add something like space span and I want to apply only that particular vertical alignments for this is word. Let me go with vertical align, and I want to align with the baseline, which is a basic and the default one. Let me reload this. You can see there is no change for this is. Let me go here and let me create a div for our understanding whether that is moving up and down or not. Let me format this and let me go here, add a style with border 1 pixel solid black, and save this. Go here and reload. Now you can see this is the box. So now I want to apply some other styles. Instead of baseline, I'll go with super. Let me save this, go here and reload. Now you can see the super, that is word has moved a bit up. It is called as superscript. And let me go with subscript. So let me save this and refresh. So you can see is came down a bit down. So that is called as subscript. In the same way, we have something called as length. We can give some set of vertical alignment length. Let me go with 20 pixel of vertical alignment length. Let me refresh. You can see there is a gap of 20 pixel. So you can apply with the pixels as well. That is by using vertical align. And the next property is something like a top. So let me save this and go here. It moves to the top. So the top, baseline and bottom will look as same, but there could be a small difference where if you are seeing this particular text. And let me go with top, text to top, save this and refresh this. Same output you can see. And this text top can be applied for any of the element. So that's about your text vertical alignment. And let me go with some other alignments here. That is nothing but text align last. This is used for aligning your last line itself. For that sake, what I'll do is let me remove this. I'll just remove this and I'll just reframe this with a Laurel content. I want a big content over here. Yeah. Now what I want to do is let me go here, refresh. You are able to see the content. Now I want to align only the last line. So for that sake, let me go here. I'll use something called as word spacing, and it is 3 pixel. Save this, go here and refresh. Now the last line is on the left. So I want to apply that last line to the right. In that case, what I can do is I can use something called as text align last. Text align last, and I can move it to center. Save this and reload. You can see it is in center, and you can use left and right. So let me go with the right content, save this, go here and reload, and it moved to the right. And also you can give justify. That will be helpful to you to move the content in a justified format. So that's about your text align last. So you can align the last line wherever you want. And there is something called as text shadow. So for example, if I want to apply some set of shadow for this, text hyphen shadow, and this can be applied in many ways. So I will be applying with 1 pixel top, 1 pixel right, 1 pixel bottom, 1 pixel left. Along with that, you can give the color for this. Let me save this and refresh this. So there is it didn't applied properly. So what I'll do is I'll just remove this, save this, and yeah. So you have to give only width, height and the depth of that particular shadow, and you have to give any of the color, and it accepts RGB color as well. So you can see here the color with some set of shadow has been applied for this text. That is about your text shadow. So you can apply multiple text shadows as well by giving a comma. For this I can apply 2 pixel, 2 pixel, 2 pixel, and I'll go with blue color, and let me save this, refresh. So you can see it's a combination of red and blue with the shadow. So you can combine multiple shadows as well by using a comma separated properties. So now that's about your text shadow. There is something called as text direction. So how this text direction works? So let me go with text direction. This can be done on the whole text. So let me go with direction property, and I want to go to left to right. So left to right is a common and the basic default one. Let me refresh this. You can see it is from left to right. For example, if I change to right to left and save this and refresh this, whole content has moved to the right side. and it is similar to your text align right. So that's about your direction property. So you can use direction for left and right to left. And there is something called as text transform. Let me go with text transform. And you can transform your text either to capitalize. You know what is that capitalize? Capitalize is something like each and every word, first letter will be in capital and all remaining data will be in small. So let me go here. You can see T is small, O is small, T is small, P is small before applying that capitalize. If I refresh this, you can see every word will start with a capital letter and remaining all the letters will be in smaller case. And if you want to transform the text to a lowercase, you can do that by using lowercase. Let me refresh this. All the words, all the letters will be in lowercase, and even you can convert that to the uppercase. If I keep uppercase, all the letters will be converted into uppercase. So you can transform your text not only with JavaScript, even by applying some sort of CSS for a particular text, and then you can change that whenever you want. So that's about your text transformation. So these all are related to text formatting, and we can apply all these properties whenever it is required based on your UI design. So let me revise this. So here text formatting contains different properties. One is text decoration, which is used to decorate your text, and text spacing for creating a space between the letters, between the words, or between the lines, and to create some space in the front of that particular statement. Text alignment, you can align the text either center, left, right, and justified. Text align is an default horizontal alignment. If you want to go with vertical alignment, you have to use vertical align. That has different properties like baseline, length, subscript, superscript, top, text top, middle, bottom, and text bottom. These are the different types of properties and the values you can use in your text formatting. There is something like text align last, where if you want to apply some set of alignment for the last line of that particular element, then you can use text align last. Text shadow, if you want to apply some set of shadow, you can either apply a single shadow or you can apply multi shadow. If you want to apply multi shadow, then you have to use a comma separated, and each and every shadow value will have four properties: height, width, depth, as well as color. And then you can go with text decoration. It is either from left to right or right to left. You can align any of the text directions, and this applies for whole element. And if you want to apply only the transformation, for example, if you want to convert whatever the text you are getting, you want to convert into uppercase or lowercase or capitalize, you can use text transformation. These are some of the different properties and their specific values, how they behave in CSS in our text formatting. That's it about your text formatting in CSS. In the upcoming video, we will come up with different types of properties and how to use them in our UI development and web development. Hope you like my explanation. If you like my video, like, share, subscribe to my channel for more updates. Signing off. Thank you.